I appreciate my biological father and my spiritual father, Pastor Enoch Adejari Adeboye. Awesome time to celebrate fathers. Only few people understand how important fathers are. Fathers are very important. Without fathers, we will not be here. That's the truth. Mothers are good, but fathers are more important, because science tells us that the seed is not in the woman, the seed is in the man. The man gives the woman the seed, and that is why I tell people that when they talk of the mystic of Ishmael, the mystic of Ishmael was not Hagar. The mystic of Ishmael was Abraham. It was all the flesh Abraham inherited from Egypt that was carrying in his loins. Until Ishmael left his system, Isaac could not show up. Because if he had put in that into Sarah, he would have been putting in Ishmael into Sarah. So God had to make sure he brings out Ishmael, so that Ishmael will go into somebody that can magnet Ishmael, which is Hagar, because with the Egypt he was carried in his system. What was the Egypt? The lie, he was lying that Sarah was the sister. Those were Egyptian characters in him. And since Hagar was from Egypt, Egypt would be better to connect to Egypt. So he had to bring out Ishmael, and that paved the way for Isaac. So sometimes until you push out your Ishmael, you cannot get your Isaac. So it is important that we understand fathers. Fathers are very important. And if you are a young man, don't say, oh, you are too young. You start preparing for being a father even as a youth. That's when you start preparing from what you learn, the good things, the positive things you learn. We have a generation that we need to help as men, as fathers. We have to remedy this generation, because we have too many children who are not baked. And that is why we have Dynamic Montessori Academy. I said to myself, let's give quality education to people at that level, because if you can pick them from the cradle, their mind is expanded, their mind is open. Somebody cannot manipulate them. Even when they get into technology, they know the kind of things not to see, not to read, because they've been configured and trained and built up to a system. But you see a generation, a generation of youth today, you see somebody at 30, he has no plan for his life. Awolowo gained world recognition at the age of 37. The whole world knew him. Ladoke Akintola gained world recognition at 34. When they had a meeting, the man who moved the motion for independence was called Antonio Nahoro. He moved that motion at 27. The oldest man among them was Azikiwe, he was 42. These are men that took their world. But today we have people who at that age, they are still depending on their parents. You have 2 weeks holidays. You have 1 month holiday. It's very funny that people come to school, you assist them paying their school fees. They are going for youth service. You assist them there. They get there. They are asking you for house rent. You assist them. They get out of that place. They want a job. You assist them. How long are you going to be assisted all your life? When you get 3 months break, go and learn something. Learn how to make hair. Learn how to bake. Learn how so that you start bringing money for yourself. But we fathers, we cannot do all of these things or make these children become this until we understand what fatherhood is all about. Let me tell you 3 things fatherhood is all about. A father is a provider. A father is a provider. We have a generation, most African fathers only think that being a father is getting a woman pregnant. That does not make him a father. So fatherhood is provision. A father is a provider. You must provide care. You must provide direction. Now, when I say provide, when you provide, you don't boss people because you provide. Paying a child's school fees doesn't mean you must tell the child what to read. We live in a generation of people when a man says the child loves entertainment. The father says, no, you must be a doctor. The child loves entertainment. You see music, the child is shaking the head and doing all that. You say no. And one of the That's one of the problems we have. So you force the child to read medicine and the child ends up a native doctor. Because the child's mind was not for medicine, the child was for entertainment. So if a child wants to do music, let the child have a formal degree, let the child be trained in that line, and let the child go do music. If a child wants to do anything, let the child be trained in that line, let them do what they have a passion for. So it's very, very important that we provide, and when we provide, we give them freedom to be what they want to become. A father provides. You are not permitted to eat if your children have not eaten. How can you have a child that is going to school, you don't pay the school fees, you don't buy the textbook, you don't do anything? You are alive. Your children are going to work to train themselves. How can you be training yourself when your father is alive? That's not a father. You don't think of getting new clothes, getting new shoes when your children have school fees to pay. You must plan their life. Am I communicating? It's very important you plan their life for them. That's what a father is. A father is a provider. A father, number two, a father is in control. When you get to a point where your children as a father can no more listen to you, you have lost control. When your wife is the one that controls the house, controls the business, controls the marriage. People come to you, say, look at what's happening. Say, well, anything madam says, that is what I say. Oh. When your wife wants to be bossy, your wife wants to, before a woman will look down on you, it's because you are down. If a woman loses respect, it's because you have done something that's disrespectful. Women don't just disrespect men. Women respect men. But when you bring yourself down, women help you to stay down. And the truth about women is that when you bring yourself down, you can never come up again. You will remain there. Whatever you give to a woman, she amplifies it. I've told you, if you give a woman love, she will take it in and give you care. If you give a woman, compassion, she will take it in and give you submission. You give a woman semen, she will take it in, after 9 months, give you a child. A man is a father is in control. Father, there are children that fight their father. The father says, no, this child is cursed. The child is not cursed. Ask yourself, where did I miss it? Where did I make a mistake that I can come to a point that my children, I will talk, they will respond? I wish I was saying something. Where did I miss it? Where I will talk, my wife has no more regard for me. Where did I stop being a father? Where did I miss it as a father? That my wife will abuse me, my wife will insult me. There's something I'm not doing right. A father should be in control. A father should be in control. A father should be in charge. Am I communicating? Number three, a father should be a role model. A role model. You don't send your children to go and buy you drink because you are teaching them how to drink. They are going to taste. On their way coming back, they will have to test what their father always sent them to buy. So when you say, well, any man that takes alcohol already has his children as apprentice, because they are going to be testing what the father buys. The man smokes and he throws away the last portion of the cigarette. The child picks it and wants to check what the father always inhales and exhales. You tell your wife in the presence of your children, you are a fool. The child has just learned how to insult people. Am I communicating? So a father, anything you do, don't just think you are doing to yourself. Your children are watching you. And if you understand, those who did their NCE and teacher training can tell you that children understand more pictorially. That's why you see a little child, they will give you diagrams. A for apple, they show you apple. B for boy, they show you boy. Children understand more with pictures. So if you like, talk to them if it is not what they have seen. That is why I tell people all the time that the home training is more than school training. Because at home, they see more pictures. So a father is a role model. You must pave the way, you must blaze the trail, you must set the pace, you must be the pivoter, because at the end of the day, that is where the children are going to fall back on. So anything you do, be conscious your children are watching you. If you are a father who is dirty, you are going to raise up dirty children. If you're a father who is neat, you are going to raise up neat children. Thank you.